Ring and its controversial police partnerships are back in the headlines, but this time the proactive security brand is shining a public spotlight on its own public safety video requests. We're going to take a peek at Ring's latest approach to police partnerships and how that impacts your privacy. If you want to stay up to date on all kinds of safety news, just like this, hit the subscribe button and stay informed with new how-tos and updates every week. Since Ring first launched its Neighbors app, the company has formed partnerships with thousands of police and fire departments across the U.S. What started out as a great idea to bring communities and law enforcement together quickly devolved into a hotbed of controversy, privacy concerns, and civil rights worries. You can get the full skinny on how this effort unraveled in our video that dives into the nitty-gritty about Ring, its police partnerships, and the concerns that developed. Long story short, when the civil unrest hit the fan across the country in 2020, Ring hit the headlines, with reports of videos being shared and requested looking for people on all sides of the issues: rioters, protesters, law enforcement, and even bystanders. The public sharing of video clips and other info on the Ring Neighbors app, combined with Ring's formal partnership agreements with law enforcement, led to an outcry citing the potential for both privacy and civil rights abuses. Initially, it seemed like Ring held its breath and hoped the problem would go poof. But like the pandemic and the protests, the controversy surrounding Ring remained in full force. Finally, Ring made one move, blocking law enforcement from using its facial recognition software, citing the potential for racial bias when reviewing footage related to everything from neighborhood vandalism to citywide protest. Some called that the least they could do. Well, starting now, Ring is changing its tune. The company modified its entire policy for how law enforcement can interact with its customers when it comes to seeking video that may help solve crimes. In the beginning, if police wanted to access video that may be related to a crime from a Ring doorbell or another Ring camera, all that law enforcement had to do was make a request to Ring, and then the company would track down customers in the area and reach out to them requesting the footage. While Ring may have thought that would engender trust in the process, it really added undue pressure to customers feeling like they just couldn't say no. To further put customers at ease, Ring also implemented certain safeguards. All requests had to go through Ring. No customer information would be shared with police unless the customer chose to release their video footage. All requests had to be tied to an active investigation with a legit case number, and no requests would be honored for lawful activity, like peaceful protests. But there was still no public accountability or transparency about what Ring and law enforcement were up to. This led to a full-on cry for retailers and reviewers to drop Ring from their lineups, and a petition to get cities and their agencies to terminate the formal partnerships they have with Ring. Now, Ring has added another layer to its video sharing policy with police and other public safety agencies, a public layer. No longer will requests for help be submitted behind the scenes. If law enforcement wants your help, they need to ask you for it. The new Request for Assistance feature requires all agency requests to Ring users be posted publicly. This means that users will be able to see the history of requests, and agencies won't be able to delete requests and posts from the app. All the other safeguards and policies will still be in place, meaning requests will still have to be related to an active investigation, and the incident and case number will be publicly disclosed. Plus, user information, including addresses and name, won't be available to police unless the user chooses to respond to a request for assistance. But is it enough? It's impossible to tell right now, but we do think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Ring continues to be an innovative company with big ideas. Its push for police partnerships and its acquisition by Amazon have put a lot of those ideas under intense scrutiny. Although Ring is relatively slow to react, we're glad to see the company finally make a move toward public accountability and transparency for both its customers and the agencies it gets into bed with. To stay in the know about all of Ring's latest developments and other safety and security news, like this video and subscribe to this channel. We've also got updates and giveaways happening on our social channels. Everything you need to know about how to follow us is in the description box below. Thanks for stopping by, and until we meet again, stay safe.